Mr. Glenn Llopis that's here today. He's with the Wireless City Network in Irvine. And I want you to tell our viewers, please, about what that's all about, and Denise, how you came into play with that, and just let our viewers know all about that wonderful Wireless City Network.
Sure. Well, first of all, over 300 municipalities throughout the country are in the process of deploying some form of a citywide wireless network. And in simple terms, the wireless network is to give people the opportunity to have free and or low-cost access to the internet. And part of the initiative for municipalities is to utilize that as a strategic tool to bring economic development from within. Now, economic development from within can mean many things. And for city leaders, the first and foremost is trying to find the service providers as an outlet to generate incentive-based programs through the subscribers that join the network to go back to the city and utilize those fundings as ways to drive and create new ways to stimulate economic development and to really foster growth within communities. Part of our objective at the Wireless City is to make city leaders more engaged and more educated about what that means. In simple terms, we can't let technology control the identity of our cities. We must start to view technology, emerging technology, as a mechanism to help foster the growth of governance plans. Many of us know that the economic development is a very, very difficult proposition at the local city level, henceforth the need for state and federal funding. Through technology, we believe that this can be the first major effort on the part of our municipalities to start looking at the ways technology, in this case wireless technology, can start to help propel growth. And our whole mission is to utilize technology as a way to reshape communities and allow our communities to start embracing the fundamental values that technology can bring in helping reshape the values, the cultures, the ideologies, and the philosophies that can one day help propel tremendous economic growth from within. But as you know, emerging technology is not always something that people feel comfortable with. And that's why we approached Denise.
I knew there was going to that is a mouthful, honey. That is a lot of information.
Yeah,
wow.
Well, it's important that people recognize what's happening, Dawn, because we've been reading it in the papers now for over 2 years, how cities are going wireless, and our job is to turn perception into reality. Right now, for the last 2 years, people have been excited about what this means to communities, and we're trying to actually launch that campaign. And the first way we're trying to do it is through what we have coined internally as a mission to start opening garage doors. And that's why we brought Denise involved, because we believe that what's taking place in our city streets is what's preventing some forms of economic development, because people today just don't feel as safe as they do about where they live, and hence they're not comfortable. They're not comfortable with opening their garage doors. Don't you remember when we were children, we always opened our garage doors and invited our neighbors and guests?
And no issue.
We used to run from house to house playing.
Yes.
And now everybody closes them.
Yes.
So what we want to do is we want to reopen those garage doors so the kids can actually feel safe. Parents can feel safe about their children running around in the streets. And, you know, I get a lot of, being in the field that I'm in, everybody's like, oh my God, maybe that's not such a good idea. Oh my God, what about child molesters, sexual predators, all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, okay, well, let's be proactive with this. It's regardless. It is going to happen.
Exactly.
Cities are going wireless, so why not be proactive and utilize this and utilize it in a positive way, as opposed to thinking, oh, no, 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 because it's going to happen.
So explain.
Well, what I feel is, okay, there is a neighborhood watch program.
Exactly. Okay.
Neighborhood watch programs are on street signs. What do you do with your neighborhood watch program? Well, yeah, see, you don't know. Mine,
exactly.
I asked the president, and this was a few years ago, I said, okay, what do we do? Oh, Denise, we're going to make sure that your bicycles aren't stolen, that your skateboards and your son's surfboards and everything's okay. And I go, okay, well, I had learned about the Neighborhood Watch program because 2 women knew that they had, danger in their streets. I mean, they could hear it. They knew they had domestic violence. They could hear it, so they wanted everybody to be able to hear it and see it. So I asked him also, I said, is domestic violence a part of our Neighborhood Watch program? And he said, no. But what we can do as far as, utilizing the internet, because if the city goes wireless, okay? You have one city. You have to log on to a marketplace, a virtual marketplace, which is what my role on all of this is.
Okay.
You log on to this virtual marketplace, and you, as a city, know exactly who's logging on. You know your neighbors. You know the people that are logging on. If you're a sexual predator, we don't have to allow you to log on.
So how are they able to do that? That's what I'm curious how this all
That's
is.
through the wireless city, and that's one of the programs that they offer through the wireless city.
Let me try to simplify this.
Thank you.
Sure. Windows became Windows, the operating platform, not because of the platform, but because of all the applications that can work off of the Windows operating platform. Every city in the United States and the world will become networked within the next 10 to 15 years. And so what we're trying to do is propel the identity and the benefits of technology by going to a city and saying, by you becoming wireless, we have to start looking at ways to use the wireless network as a mechanism to create software applications that can work off of this network, and in this case, to propel greater awareness for safety. The way that the wireless city is doing it is through an intranet portal that we have branded Lifestyle Inspirations. And this portal is going to serve, as Denise mentioned, that first thing that pops up on your laptop once you become a subscriber to that wireless network within the city. So once you have subscribed on the network, you're on your laptop, the first thing that pops up is the portal. The portal then will direct users to certain channels that we've dedicated for that portal. And in this case, it really becomes a mega information center for what's taking place within a city.
So meaning, like, would I be able, so say, Denise, you log on and this portal comes up. Are you going to be able to find out what's happening in your neighborhood? Like what, for instance? What will you be able to find out?
Sure. Real quick, here's how it would work. First of all, it wouldn't be like a website that's been pre-populated. Through this intranet portal, our objective is to create really a social networking environment where people from within the community are able to populate the portal by informing the cities of the activities that are taking place within their local communities, whether it's a sporting event or an ice cream social or a theater event. So it brings communities together. And the intention is to, again, utilize as an information center for people that live within that city, but it's also going to be used as a mechanism to propel social groups from within the city, so that those, you know how within every city there's different cultural groups.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be nice, Dawn, to have a mechanism to find out where that specific cultural group has their party on the weekend or has their social hour during the weekday?
Instead of having to pick up the paper.
That's exactly right.
You're going to go to your
exactly
computer.
right. But one of the major functionalities will be safety. And part of this portal will have a channel on safety, which Denise will be hosting what we're calling the Denise Brown Reports. And on this radio show, it will be very informative. She'll have special guests that dedicate themselves to building greater awareness for community safety initiatives. So it's going to be an interactive, highly informational research center or resource center for citizens to engage with and help propel awareness for what's happening not only in their neighborhoods, for ways for businesses to sell their products and to engage, so that we're not feeling that we're all alone.